Hey there, I'm Richard and I'm a part of Group 7. And for our mini case study, we did a very interesting article called Flip the Funnel. And what this article did was it took us through how existing customers can be used to gain new ones through new, better ways of marketing. Today in my group, we're going to have Frank, Ethan, Jeremy, Marley, and myself all presenting all sorts of different things that we found in this article. And I hope that you enjoy.
In this article, our group learned about the significance of a flipped marketing technique, which involves spending money, time, and resources on improving existing customer experiences and retaining customer loyalty, which ultimately is about the additional value creation for the business. The article highlights the unpredictable nature of modern customers and how this characteristic has facilitated the uneven dispersion of company capital. This is seen through the marketing process of a majority of modern-day companies, with these companies spending millions on brand and product awareness. This is then strongly contrasted with a far smaller allocation of funds being prescribed to the progression and retention of potential customers. The funnel, as seen on the graph on the left, has 4 core stages: awareness, interest, design, and action. The graph depicts these 4 phases as a very linear sequential entity. However, as explained in the article, this is far from correct, with the customer to business interaction being far more organic in comparison to the oversimplified funnel model. Furthermore, in the article, Joseph highlights the misuse of innovation and technology, which has now been primarily used to reduce the inefficiencies in the business process. Despite the obvious upside to this situation, the article highlights how this has resulted in businesses straying further from the emotional human connection in the business to customer relationship. To overcome this issue, Joseph then proposes the idea of flipping the traditional funnel as seen in the graph on the right. Instead of solely focusing on the end goal of a sale, instead, start by focusing on acknowledging the customer and building a strong, reliable relationship that focuses on repeat sales and customer loyalty. Additionally, as learned in B2B, an inside-out approach is evident within the article. An inside-out strategy focuses on the company's strengths, what they stand for, as well as why they even exist, as well as limiting weaknesses and leveraging strengths.
The summary of this article is that businesses are currently still spending a significant amount of their marketing budget on acquiring new customers through traditional sales methods, as can be seen by the top-down funnel. The proposal of this article is, what if we flip this funnel on its head and instead of trying to get new customers, instead have a stronger customer retention, which then can grow to become the new way of customer acquisition by putting your current customers first. In general, how this would work is by providing acknowledgement to your current customers and establishing a strong relationship with them. Therefore, your current customers are more likely to refer you to those around them of your product and or service. Therefore, this becomes your new current customer acquisition method. With this method, you are not only gaining new customers, but also creating loyal returning customers and strong relationships with them.
By businesses flipping the funnel, the main focus of the business tends to elevate customer retention to the point at which it becomes more efficient at generating new customers than the traditional marketing funnel ever was. This comes with a set of significant benefits in which I'll discuss. Flipping the funnel allows customers to directly channel their complaints, concerns, challenges, or compliments to the business. This removes the preconceived notions that businesses are a faceless corporation and establishes a new reputation that the business is an understanding entity. Doing so allows the business to set a one-to-one communication platform with customers. This allows the business to socially listen to what is being said amongst consumers in clubs, forums, or hubs. By listening closely to the customers, changes can be made in real time to improve the overall consumer experience, ultimately increasing customer loyalty. Having set the incentives for the customers to stay, the business can then flip the switch of social networking and use those existing customers as an active marketing platform. What this means is that the business can utilize the word of mouth from existing customers to attract new customers. This is highly effective as word of mouth from consumers is perceived by the general public to be more authentic in the business marketing efforts. As a result, the business can cut back on the cost on customer acquisition and reinvest the money instead in this continuous cycle of improving the customer experience to gain a competitive advantage. So to summarize, flipping the funnel opens the opportunity for businesses to increase the customer experience, leading to increased loyalty. This loyalty will generate a willingness to repurchase, decreases the risk of switching, and increases the likelihood that the customers will recommend the business to new customers, effectively growing the customer base from the inside out and exponentially propelling the business to significant financial success.
Okay, getting on to the weaknesses now. Let's make this a key focus. Not all changes are good ones. For example, in terms of how this flip the funnel process works, in terms of focusing more on acknowledgement, dialogue, incentivization, and activation, may not be as effective as traditional focus points, which are more around awareness, interest, desire, and action. For example, focusing on desire is a very, very effective way in terms of acquiring consumers and meeting their wants and needs. As well as this, we also have to consider that not all disrupting ideas to new approaches of marketing and consumer acquisition are either effective or do they even work? And if they do work, what sort of business models are they working for and what industries are they working for? As well as this, taking a whole new marketing approach or even just a whole new approach to your business model can come at a high cost or even increased costs, which may not necessarily be worth it for the business as a whole. Now, because this Flip the Funnel article focuses so much on using customers to gain customers, we also need to consider things from the consumer side. For example, we may see a lack of motivation to be involved. We may see the inability to commit and implement from the business's side. So if the business can't commit and implement this effectively, we're going to see this come at, again, a high cost, an unnecessary cost, and it's not going to work for the business either. Last but not least, looking at a customer's disinterest to be contacted and involved, because we've all been there, we've all had spam emails come in and we just really haven't wanted to be as involved. This can cause something, again, that's really ineffective and is quite a weakness to how this kind of approach to using customers to gain more customers can be, backflipped and can be seen as a weakness more than a strength.
The flip to funnel method provides an insight into an alternative means to successfully market products in the B2B environment. While the method is appropriate for all types of businesses, it is essential to help for B2B firms. This is due to the fact that marketing in a business-to-business landscape is centered on the value being the cornerstone of products, marketing campaign, and additionally relies on relationships and networks. This flip to funnel method caters to these essential factors. Value is comprised by the overall price and functionality of a product. It is also assessed by customers through specific identifiers such as the length of customer lead times, the effectiveness of after-sale support, and the product documentations and instructions. The flip to funnel approach caters to this fundamental principle of B2B operations as it shifts the focus from traditionally assuming that customers are predictable and prioritizes gaining new customers, which usually translates to expensive marketing campaigns rather than spending time to build relationships with those who have already bought products and are willing to purchase more. As a result, product value is prioritized. Initiatives such as customer loyalty programs, along with recommended 24/7 customer service availability, creates value for products beyond their tangible bounds and puts customers in the driver's seat of creating value for their own business. This is evidently a win-win for all parties, as the flip to funnel method generates a cycle of customer satisfaction through the increased participation with a seller. Further, the flip the funnel method contributes to the area of relationship marketing, where networks and mutual benefits of buyers and sellers are essential. As aforementioned, the focus of this method strays from renewing customers and prioritizing a zero customer churn rate. Therefore, value-added exchanges are what are predominantly produced from this market method, as specific features such as online forums, social media advertising, and emailing caters to the retention of a customer, creating community around a product, and generating word-of-mouth advertising. This is essential for B2B marketing, as large, successful networks could potentially be produced as a result of deviating from the traditional marketing funnel.